Ladies and gentlemen, this person that you're looking at is the Michigan governor. Her name is Gretchen Whitmer. Well, Trump is angry at her. So he is demanding that no supplies be sent to her. And at best, that is very childish. We're in the middle of a pandemic and you're trying to cut states off from supplies. That seems babyish. You know, this is a time when you need to put your differences aside so that people can get help. And the nurses and doctors in this country can have access to the supplies they need. So if you are going to cut this governor off from getting supplies, then how are you helping the people? No president should be blocking any governor in this country from getting supplies. That is outrageous. This president is nothing but a big baby, for real. So this came out in the Daily Mail. And not only is he angry at this governor, he said the same thing about the governor of Washington State. Don't give them supplies. And I did see the articles where Trump said the governors should be grateful. In other words, lap up on his ass. It's not the time to do that. I'm sorry. Get over yourself. So this came out in the Daily Mail, March 29th, 2020. Michigan governor says manufacturers told not to send her supplies after Donald Trump's "that woman" outburst at her press conference. Governor Gretchen Whitmer said Friday manufacturers told not to send her supplies after Donald Trump "that woman" outburst in his daily briefing. Speaking with WWJ News Radio, Whitmer said, "What I've gotten back is that vendors with whom we procured contracts, they're being told not to send stuff to Michigan." So what are the people in Michigan supposed to do? Die? Because you're mad at the governor? Oh, Trump is a baby. The man is a baby. It's really concerning. I reached out to the White House last night and asked for a phone call with the president. By Saturday, Trump had approved a major disaster declaration for Michigan, providing additional money to address CV. The move followed a bitter war of words between the president and Whitmer, who he had labeled "that woman" in a press conference Friday. Whitmer, a Democrat, has repeatedly criticized the Trump administration for being slow to respond to the pandemic. Trump said in an interview this week that we've had a big problem with a woman governor from, who I'm talking about, from Michigan. Trump later said, "We don't like to see the complaints." Oh, okay. So you're not allowed to complain about how Trump is doing things. You're not allowed to do that. Not even if you're a governor and you see that things are at a stalemate in America when it comes down to supplies, testing, ventilators. Don't complain about that because he got a problem with that. Boy, this man is a baby. I think they should be appreciative. This is what Trump is saying. He said during his daily White House briefing Friday, when they're not appreciative to me, they're not appreciative to the Army Corps. They're not appreciative to FEMA. It's not right. Well, It's not right for you to want all of this appreciation and nobody has supplies or ventilators or the things that their doctors and nurses need. You want people to be appreciative and they don't even have these supplies. Oh, man. He added that if they don't treat you right, I don't call. Whitmer tweeted in response that she had asked repeatedly and respectfully for help, adding, "You said you stand with Michigan. Prove it." On Friday night, Trump tweeted again, referring to the governor as Gretchen Half Whitmer. Well, what kind of Gretchen Half Whitmer? And saying she likes blaming everyone for her own ineptitude. Mm-mm-mm. The White House announced the disaster declaration Saturday, making money available for crisis counseling and other emergency measures. Governor Whitmer had sought funds to set up field hospitals and help provide food and housing to people affected by the virus. She wrote on a Saturday Twitter, had a good call with at VP this morning. We'll keep working around the clock with FEMA and the White House to get more personal protective equipment. We need to keep Michiganders safe. Whitmer said in a tweet that the state had received more than 112,000 protective masks from the National Strategic Stockpile, with 8,000 more on the way. And this is what Trump wrote in a tweet. And this is March 27th, 2020 at 9:24 p.m. I love Michigan. One of the reasons we are doing such a great job for them during this horrible pandemic. You notice he likes tooting his own horn. He loves patting himself on the back. He keeps saying it's a great job when we don't have enough tests in the country. Nurses and doctors need PPE, and they are overwhelmed in these hospitals around the country. But according to him, he just doing a great job. Oh man. Boy, you couldn't make this up on your worst day. Yet your governor, Gretchen Half Whitmer, is way in over her head. She doesn't have a clue, likes blaming everyone for her own ineptitude. Hashtag MAGA. That's what he wrote. Wow. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. That's a damn shame. A top health official has warned the situation in Detroit, a national hotspot for new cases of CV, will worsen. Michigan officials also reported 19 additional virus-related deaths and nearly 1,000 new confirmed cases Saturday. Wow. Surgeon General Jerome Adams said on CBS this morning on Friday that Detroit, Chicago, and New Orleans will have a worse week next week. Michigan officials on Saturday reported 993 additional CV illnesses, the largest daily spike so far. To reach 4,650 cases, at least 111 people have died from the virus around the state. 3 counties in Detroit, Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb, account for 87% of the state's death and 82% of the illnesses. Whitmer issued an executive order Saturday requiring counties statewide to restore water service. Yes, do you know during this time, the water company in Michigan, so nasty, they shut people off. And you know how they're talking about hygiene and washing your hands and keeping yourself clean and washing your clothes. And they shut people's water off during a pandemic. So that's why this governor did an executive order for them to turn the water back on. So, and this is in communities statewide in Michigan. This is a critical step both for the health of families living without a reasonable water source and for slowing the spread of CV, Whitmer said. The state also established a $2 million fund throughout Michigan Department of Environmental, Great Lake, and Energy to help provide funding to local communities to help reconnect homes to their water supplies. Wow, that is so dirty. That's so mean. The order is effective for the duration of the COVID emergency. Well, there you go. That's the way it should be. How you going to cut people's water off and you know what's going on? You cutting the water off means the virus can spread even more. And Michigan is struggling, just like many other states in this country. I think that is dirty. You know, this is why I can't stand politicians, y'all. You know, they pick their fights at the wrong time. Trump is the president, and this man is acting more childlike than an actual president. Step out of the way, stop squabbling with everybody so that each one of these states can get the help they need. And the medical personnel, doctors and nurses are dealing with scores of patients. They need the medical supplies. Get it to them and stop all this cut people off and all that stuff. That's childish. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.